tuko leo ni wiki moja tangu tupoteze baba yetu, na ninajua kwamba tuko kwa huzuni mwingi sana. Mheshimiwa former Prime Minister, the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga, alikuwa ni baba yetu sisi sote kama wa Kenya. Alifanya siasa kwa Kenya yetu kwa muda mrefu, na siasa yake ilikusudia kuboresha taifa la Kenya. His politics was with the intention of expanding the rights and the freedoms of the people of Kenya. And so when we are even mourning his departure, I know that he has left a very rich legacy. There is no part of Kenya that is not mourning the loss of former Prime Minister. For me, it was personal to me because nilikuwa na yeye nikianza siasa. Huko mbali, huko nilifanyia yeye kazi kwa karibu. Nilipoenda kusimama senator, nikamwambia sasa mzee, mimi nimeenda huko, nimesimama na ndugu yako Ruto, tuonane huko mbele. Na wakati alikuwa akiongea, akikuja nyumbani nawaomba please, tupatie muda kidogo. Nawaomba tunyamaze. Yenye mmesema ni mzuri sana, lakini tusikizane sasa. So nilikuwa nasema wakati wowote alipokuja huko nyumbani, hakukosa kusema hiyo historia yangu na yeye. Na wakati nilipokuwa waziri, tangu nikuwe waziri wa barabara, yeye alikuwa pia waziri wa barabara. Nilimshauri. Nilipokuwa waziri wa sports, na mnajua yeye ni mwanaspoti, alikuwa mwanaspoti kabisa wa juu. Tulifanya kazi, tulienda kuona mpira pamoja mara nyingi na tukafanya kazi pamoja. Nilipokuja katika wizara hii, mlisikia hata akiongea siku moja, akasema nimemwambia waziri arekebishe hapa na pale. Kwa hivyo tulifanya kazi kwa karibu, na mimi nataka kuambia watu wa Kisumu, watu wa Nyanza region, watu wa ODM, watu wa Kenya mzima kwamba poleni sana. Tunaendelea kusema pole kwa kupoteza mzee. Saa zingine tunaketi, saa zingine ukikutana na rais, unaona yeye vile anahusunika, hata unaona ni vibaya vile imefanyika. Na imefanyika kwa ghafla, na imeshika kila mmoja kwa ghafla. Lakini Biblia inasema we will not mourn like those who do not have hope. So we have hope that even in the seed that has died, that's the tree that will grow out of Raila's death will continue uniting our country. That the legacy yenye aliwacha will continue flourishing in our nation, so that we become people who will sacrifice our time, our energy for others, because he gave his life to support us. He gave his life for us. And also it's important for us to also sacrifice our lives for others. And that is really what Jesus taught us. What the Bible says is that we must give our time and life to others. It's also important as a people of Kenya to remember him for the things he stood for. And you know, when the president said they had a broad conversation and a more deeper conversation about the future of Kenya with the former Prime Minister, at least nilikuwa makona zingine yenye nilikuwa nasikia yenye ilikuwa inasemwa. Former Prime Minister had a big dream, and that dream, the president has that dream, and they discussed that big dream. One of them involves ile ministry nilikuwa hapo awali. Na rais alipokuwa anaongea na former Prime Minister, waliongea mambo ya kujenga nchi, mambo ya kupanua barabara yetu kutoka Mau Summit, kutoka pale Rironi kuja Mau Summit, ikuja hapa Kisumu, iende mpaka Busia, na iende Eldoret, iende pia Malaba pale. Mambo yenye walidiscuss ni kufungua barabara kutoka Isibania ikiingia Wazingishu, iende all the way Kitale, na iende mpaka Lodwar. Dualing our highways kutoka Namanga ikuje Nairobi, na kutoka Nairobi, kutoka Nyeri iende all the way to Moyale. Na ile ya kutoka sasa pale Isiolo iende all the way to Mandera. Na ile ya kutoka kule Lamu ifungue njia ikuje mpaka Garissa. Na ile ya kutoka Mombasa kuja Nairobi. That is the big conversation that when the president says we want to be a first world country, that is the level of conversation we needed to have. And let me say this, as a country and as a former minister of roads and infrastructure, I have traveled all over the world. China, America, Europe, they developed by building their strong infrastructure. And that is what the president is asking us, that we need to pull together as a nation because we must expand our dreams. Not to just doing sijui a small tarmac road ya kilomita 2, sijui tunangangania water bridge moja tunatangaza sijui miaka mingapi. It is now time we expand our thinking and have 4 lanes, 5 lanes highways in our country if we want to grow economically and change this nation. In our infrastructure, the conversation was to remove the railway from somewhere in the middle of Naivasha to pull it all the way to connect to Uganda through Kisumu. And that standard gauge railway, that dream we must achieve as a nation to make to that standard railway. There is no way we can say we are developed a network in the country when we are depending on small railway networks. Inashinda hata ile ya colonial. Colonial walikuwa inaenda mpaka Nanyuki, inakuja Kisumu, inaenda huko Magadi, inaenda Mombasa. It is time now we expand the railway networks in our country if we want to develop. We cannot develop with an airport that is Ashanti in Nairobi. A small airport that is so, narrow and old. It is time we expand our infrastructure. And you heard the former Prime Minister talk about it and said we need to build an airport that reflects the position of Kenya as a nation. So that Kisumu Airport also can be expanded to become an international airport that brings flights directly to Kisumu from other countries, just the way we expand Mombasa, among others. This big dream, we can no longer develop if we do not think. In fact, one of the conversations when I was in transport, we were asking ourselves, you have Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria, just little fishing here. Very little is happening in terms of sports tourism inside the lake. Very little is happening in terms of bigger hotels inside the lake. Very little is happening in terms of tourists coming to this lake. Very little is happening between us with Uganda and us and Tanzania in terms of transport. It is important that we open the potential that is in our lakes using the transport system. That is the kind of thinking that when the president says we are moving our nation to a first world, that is the kind of thinking. Former Prime Minister and the President also sat down and discussed very important issues of energy. You know that at the moment, as a country, stima kidogo, tukiwa na stima tu kidogo, inakuwa blackout. Kidogo, blackout. Kufanya development kidogo hapa hata ujenge manyumba ikiongezeka tu, watu wanaanza kuona giza. Why? Because we have only 3,000 megawatts of electricity. And we are saying we want to be an industrialized country. That is why the former Prime Minister intervened on the issue of the energy sector when he was working with the president to make sure that we build an energy plan in Siaya that is going to give us 10,000 megawatts across the country. And that is one of the things that will industrialize this nation. If we must grow as a nation, we will have to invest in the energy sector. We have to invest in the water sector so that we have proper irrigation. The Sondu Goru Dam that the former Prime Minister and the President discussed for many years, it is now time we deliver this so that we can irrigate, we can ensure that people have water, and we ensure that our nation in Asonga Mbele. So when we talk about the Kenya we want, the future of the nation, it is important for us to understand this as a big plan, not ile ndogo ndogo yenye tumedanganyana kwa miaka mingi, tunaendelea kuwa a third world country because of lack of that greater vision. But that vision, you've seen housing, what it has done in this Kisumu city. Look at the housing projects that are happening here. Very few, we have just started. It's not even 1 year, it's not even 2 years since we passed the housing law, but you can see what is changing. We need to have a Kisumu in another 10 years that has no single slum, that everybody lives in a house of dignity and it's affordable, so that people can live in dignity in an house that has electricity, it has water, that they can be able to afford a living as the citizens of this country. And that is why we have the housing project that is going on. We need to ensure that universal health care eventually develops and transforms our hospitals. And we are very happy that the governor of this county, the deputy governor is here, is working together with national government to ensure that universal health care, that Professor Anyang' Nyong'o used to sing when he was with Kibaki many years ago and has never been delivered for all those years, can now become a reality if we sit together to the people of Kenya to ensure that SHA is properly implemented and we register as the people of Kenya. I am sure that you are supporting the president by registering SHA, you know? Wangapi wameregister kwa SHA hapa? Including myself, yeah? It is important that we work together to change the lives of the people of Kenya by investing in the right sector. Kwa hivyo ndugu zangu, tukiwa hapa Kisumu, na tukiwa kama wa Kenya, mimi nawaomba, katika security sector, nilikuja hapa kwa jukwaa la usalama. Tukakubaliana kwa mambo kadhaa. Mambo hayo kadhaa tulikubaliana, tulisema tunataka kuweka usalama katika nchi yetu. Tuliongea kwa mambo ya madawa ya kulevya na miadarati na pombe haramu. Na tulikubaliana kwamba lazima chief, assistant chief, our OCSs work together to get rid of all these vices that are destroying our young people. Mumeona jana kwamba kwa sababu ya ukakamavu na ile resolve ya president pamoja na jeshi yetu na polisi wetu, including the coast guard, mumeona kwamba tumeshika madawa ya kulevya kutoka high seas ambao Iranians walikuwa wanatembeza huko karibu na maji yetu, ya up to 10 billion shillings, worth 10 billion shillings. Na unaona hao wanapelekwa kotini, na hivi karibuni utaona tukidestroy those madawa ya kulevya publicly, because we have resolved as a nation that we must fight drugs, we must fight illicit alcohol, we must fight all kind of vices that are destroying the lives of our people. And Bishop, you know that Bishop Marori, who would have been here, is the chairman of NACADA, and we're working with him to make sure that we get rid of these vices in our society, to make sure that this community and our country is safe. Na waomba sana kama wananchi tushikane pamoja, tuweze tukasaidiana, viongozi wenzangu tushikane pamoja. Mimi najua kwamba, mimi sina tashwishi kwamba where the former prime minister left us with the president in broad-based government, and the broad thinking, and the forward thinking, and the first world thinking that they left, the former prime minister left with us when he discussed with the president, is going to be delivered by a united leadership in the country, and a united ODM and UDA and other parties, including Kenya Kwanza, that will bring our country together. Yeah? Mimi sina tashwishi kabisa kwamba tutafanya kazi pamoja. Mimi najua governor ya hapa, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, is a professor, he is also a thinker, he is a policy expert, na atasaidiana na rais na wengine kuhakikisha ya kwamba those ideas are put in proper context and are implemented for the benefit of people of Kenya. Mimi najua professor hapa, unajua huku hapa kila mtu ni professor, daktari, professor. Mimi na Kawanjiko peke yake ndio hatuna title, ndio tumetoka mbali. Professor Ojenda ambaye ni rafiki yangu na tulifanya kazi pamoja, and I am very happy with the work he's doing in the Senate and working with the president, and I believe that with his leadership we are going to move our Senate forward and our region forward. Our deputy governor here, working with our governor, as I have said, is also a forward-thinking leader, and are going to work together to ensure that things are moving forward. Our MP, Mr. Joshua, is going to also, Dr. Joshua mwenyewe, atakuwa the real Joshua in the Bible, to make sure that we work together to move to Canaan. Kwa hivyo, we work together as a team. Ruth ameongea kwa hapa, and we continue praying for her and the family. We continue praying for the family of mzee wetu Raila Odinga, Mama Aida, her children, her in-laws, Oburu Odinga, with the responsibility given by ODM and also the responsibility he has in his family. We'll continue praying for them, standing with them, supporting them, because their brothers support Kenya. We have an obligation to support also his family, to ensure that and to encourage other Kenyans who will sacrifice in future going forward, to know that when you sacrifice for Kenya, the rest of Kenyans will stand with their family. The last thing I'd like to say is that as a nation, as we go to a political period, ninawaomba sana kwamba tushikane pamoja. I want to request that the politics of hatred, the politics of tribalism, the politics of, fighting each other, I want to request leaders that let us pull together. Let's work as a team. Let us make sure that Kisumu, Nyanza, Kenya is coming together. Let us compete when it comes to ideas. If you have a better idea, then the good idea will give way to your better idea. Let us compete not using propaganda and hatred and tribalism. Let us talk about my policy as against your policy proposal and see how we can bring Kenya together. And Bishop, that is the direction we are going. I know it's an exam period now, and our children are doing exam in Form 4, and also those who are doing Year 9 exams. I want to wish them every success in the exams, and I want to assure you that the Ministry of Interior is on standby to support, providing security support, providing also logistical support. Our chiefs, assistant chiefs, our ACCs, our DCCs, our county commissioners, regional commissioners are working tirelessly to ensure that the exams are done in a peaceful environment, and also they are on standby in case of any challenges, whether it is rain or whether it is any challenges of access to different places, to facilitate the Ministry of Education to ensure that the examination this year is successful. It is my wish that our children can do the exams in a good environment. I wish them every success because they are the future of our country. The last thing I would like to say is that I want to thank the RC here and the county commissioner and the chiefs who are here and the assistant chiefs for the good work they are doing. You have a full support of the ministry. You have the full support of His Excellency the President. And I want to assure you that with the work you are sacrificing to make sure that matters of agriculture succeed. Thank you very much for the registration of farmers. You know that His Excellency the President has invested in farmers very well. Mnajua kwamba sasa fertilizer inapatikana. Mnajua sugar sector now has been revived, and it is back to its feet, and it is thriving. We want to ensure that all the agriculture sector, the irrigation scheme that we have here for rice, and all the other cotton sector that the President is working on, this is the dream that we must have. We must be a nation that feeds itself, but we must also commercialize agriculture to the level where we can export the produce that we have from the agricultural sector. And this kind of thinking comes together when our administrators also work with the people to ensure that it becomes a success. Kwa hivyo nimekuja hapa, nimefurahi sana, hata kama tuko na huzuni kwa kupoteza mzee wetu, nimefurahi mmetukaribisha, na ninafurahi kwa utulivu mko nayo na umoja yenye mko nayo na upendo mko na kila mmoja wetu. Na kama tukiendelea kufanya kazi na viongozi hawa, kama vile Kawanjiko, mmeona yule kijana, huyo ni mbunge ya kwanza ya UDA, anaitwa John Kawanjiko, John Wanjiko. And he has said rightly that even from Mount Kenya to the lake and from the sea to the valley, we must unite our country kuwe kitu moja. Mtu moja mbili na matamshi yake mbaya haiwezi katufanya sisi tutengane kama wa Kenya. Lazima tuangalie mbele pamoja. Kwa hivyo nawashukuru sana Bishop. Tutaanza sasa mchango. Tutaona vile Mheshimiwa Uda amejitetea. Nimesikia, ni rafiki yangu. Nitaona vile nitafanya iwezekanavyo, tuhakikishe. Pia ningependa tukushukuru pia our regional commissioner na regional security team kwa ile kazi walifanya during mazishi ya baba. Pigeni hawa makofi. Ile security operation ilifanyika hapa. I must say thank you very much. Many people walikuwa wanatukosoa kama wizara. But you know, nobody plans death. This was an emergency. And nobody plans death of, you know, when it happens of such a person, you cannot even estimate the kind of security arrangements we were going to have. But I'm very happy that we improved from the airport to Kasarani, to Nyayo, to Kisumu, to Bondo. And we did a lot of work. And I want to thank the Inspector General of Police, our administrators for the work they did. And our PS Raymond Omolo did a very good job to ensure that personally he was even here to supervise that process. Na kwa hivyo, si mnajua tunafanya kazi na kijana wa hapa nyumbani, PS Raymond Omolo. Tunafanya kazi na yeye, na ni mchapakazi, ni mtu anacheza, is a team player and is a hard working person. Tulisoma na hawa na tunafanya kazi na hawa pamoja. Kwa hivyo mimi nawashukuru sana. Na PS pia ametuma salamu zake. Mnazipokea? Mnapokea salamu za PS Omolo? Rais William Samoei Ruto ametuma salamu zake. Mnazipokea? Yeah. Sio ati ametuma salamu tu, ametuma na kitu. You know? So lazima tushukuru kwa yale ametufanyia. Kwa hivyo nawapenda sana, Mungu awabariki na asanteni sana watu wa Kisumu. Kwa hivyo I don't know how